Conundrum, a confusing and difficult problem or question. Puzzle, dilemma, riddle. We faced a conundrum: save money or invest in growth. The legal conundrum puzzled the entire jury. Choosing the right college became a real conundrum for him. Correlation, a mutual relationship or connection between two things. Association, link, connection. There is a strong correlation between exercise and mental health. The study found no correlation between hours studied and scores. He explained the correlation between income and education. Criterion, a principle or standard by which something may be judged. Benchmark, measure, standard. The main criterion for selection is experience. Her performance met every criterion on the rubric. Cost is only one criterion among many to consider. Cumulative, increasing or growing by accumulation or successive additions. Collective, amassed, aggregated. The exam tested cumulative knowledge from the semester. Stress has a cumulative effect on your health. Their cumulative efforts led to a major breakthrough. Deference, humble submission and respect. Respect, reverence, obedience. He bowed in deference to the elder. They acted with deference toward the judge's ruling. She showed deference to her mentor's opinion. Dialect, a regional or social variety of a language. Vernacular, lingo, regionalism. She spoke in a Scottish dialect that was hard to follow. Each dialect reveals the culture and history of its speakers. The film used authentic dialects for historical accuracy. Diction, the choice and use of words in speech or writing. Word choice, phrasing, expression. His clear diction made the presentation powerful. The poet's diction reflected a romantic tone. Formal diction is often used in legal documents. Didactic, intended to teach, often with a moral lesson. Instructive, educational, preachy. The didactic nature of the film was obvious. Her lectures were didactic, but not patronizing. The novel was didactic, filled with moral lessons. Dissertation, a long essay on a particular subject, especially for a university degree. Thesis, treatise, paper. She defended her dissertation on climate policy. His dissertation took 2 years of meticulous research. The professor praised the depth of her dissertation. Divergent, moving or extending in different directions. Differing. Contrasting, opposing, varying. Their opinions were too divergent to find common ground. The paths became divergent, each leading to a new destination. They followed divergent approaches to solve the problem. Egregious, outstandingly bad, shocking, outrageous, appalling, flagrant. His egregious mistake cost the company millions. The violation was so egregious it made headlines. Egregious behavior will not be tolerated. Eloquence, fluent or persuasive speaking or writing. Articulateness, expressiveness, fluency. His eloquence moved the entire courtroom. She spoke with such eloquence that the audience was spellbound. The speech was a model of eloquence and conviction. Emergent, coming into existence or notice. Developing, arising, nascent. Emergent technologies are reshaping the industry. The emergent leader quickly gained support. They monitored emergent trends in social behavior. Nominal, existing in name only or very small in amount. Token, minimal, symbolic. He holds a nominal title with no real power. They charge a nominal fee for access. The changes were nominal and didn't affect operations. Norms, accepted standards or ways of behaving in a society or group. Customs, rules, expectations. Social norms vary greatly across cultures. They challenge the gender norms of their time. Obeying norms helps maintain order in a community. Obfuscate, to deliberately make something unclear or difficult to understand. Confuse, obscure, muddle. The report was designed to obfuscate the truth. He used technical jargon to obfuscate the issue. The witnesses' vague answers only served to obfuscate. Obtuse, slow to understand or lacking intellectual acuity. Dull, insensitive, dense. He was too obtuse to take the hint. Her obtuse remark ruined the moment. The instructions were clear, but he remained obtuse, ostentatious, characterized by vulgar or pretentious display, showy, flashy, flamboyant. They threw an ostentatious party to impress neighbors. His ostentatious watch was clearly meant to attract attention. She disliked his ostentatious display of wealth, oxymoron. A figure of speech where contradictory terms appear together. Contradiction, paradox, irony. Deafening silence is a common oxymoron. The phrase bittersweet victory is an oxymoron. Writers use oxymorons to create striking effects. Paradox. A self-contradictory statement that may hold truth. Contradiction, irony, anomaly. Time travel presents many paradoxes. It's the beginning of the end is a paradox. Her calm fury was a paradox that puzzled him. Paraphrase. To restate text or speech, in other words. Reword, rephrase, reframe. Please paraphrase the article in simpler terms. He paraphrased her instructions to confirm understanding. The teacher asked students to paraphrase each paragraph. Pedantic, overly concerned with formal rules and trivial points. Nitpicky, academic, finicky. His pedantic tone annoyed the audience. She gave a pedantic lecture on comma usage. Don't be so pedantic. Focus on the main idea. Pedagogy, the method and practice of teaching. Education, instruction, teaching. She specializes in early childhood pedagogy. Modern pedagogy encourages active student participation. The seminar explored new trends in pedagogy. Perusal, the act of reading or examining something carefully. Review, study, examination. He sat down for a quiet perusal of the contract. After a brief perusal of the menu, she ordered steak. The perusal of evidence took hours. Phonemes, the smallest units of sound in a language. Speech sounds, tones, linguistic units. Children learn to distinguish phonemes when learning to read. Each language has its own set of phonemes. She studied how phonemes vary across dialects. Phonological, relating to the system of sounds in a language. Linguistic, auditory, speech-based. Phonological awareness is key to early literacy. The study examined phonological changes over centuries. Phonological disorders affect pronunciation and comprehension. Plagiarism, the act of using someone else's work without permission or proper credit. Copying, theft, infringement. He was expelled for committing plagiarism. Plagiarism is a serious offense in academia. They used software to detect plagiarism in student essays. Plethora, an excessive amount of something. Abundance, excess, surplus. The market offers a plethora of options. She had a plethora of excuses for being late. There was a plethora of information, making it hard to focus. Posthumously, occurring or awarded after a person's death. Afterward, belatedly, subsequently. He was honored posthumously for his bravery. The artist's work was only appreciated posthumously. The novel was published posthumously. Pretentious, attempting to impress by showing greater importance than is actually possessed. Pompous, showy, ostentatious. His pretentious attitude alienated his peers. The restaurant felt pretentious despite its mediocre food. She wrote in a pretentious style that confused readers.